He married my sister, now we're
All right, we are roommates in law.
Roommates-in-law, Tom.
Hello, Timothy.
How are things, Tomothy?
Back at it in the Ridge.
Ridge City, couple of kings.
Ridgewood, Riffwood.
God, we love Ridgewood.
Oh my God, I'm here. I'm 30 years old, Timothy.
Damn, cheers, dude. How about cheers me on this sparkling water right here?
Hell yeah.
Cheers,
I would love
king.
to. That's a 30-year-old move right there.
How you feeling? You feeling good?
Feeling, yeah. I mean, I moved to New York City 4 days ago, so feeling a little...
Discombobulated.
Yeah, I don't know where I am. I don't know who I am.
Sure,
I
no.
don't know.
You're gonna spawn a whole new person, Tom.
I have no idea.
You're gonna
what
get
this
dragged
city's
down
gonna
into the
do to
depths
me.
of it, and then you're gonna come out. It's like a moth in a cocoon.
I'm already feeling a little desperate.
I like that. Expound on that.
It's just that, you get here, and everyone's just. It's kind of like wait, what's the image I'm conjuring up right now? The it's like the treadmill is already at like 13.
Oh, you're trying to jump on while it's going.
Yeah, because everyone is just sprinting already.
Right.
And I'm like, wait, but I just got. Does anyone want to like move aside and like welcome me?
It's
in
like also
slowly?
like I'd like to dip my toe in a little bit.
Yes,
I don't want to cannonball right in.
Cannonball right into a rushing river to a waterfall.
Yeah,
that's
kind of where you're at.
So it's been kind of sick.
It's been nice. It's been good.
Yeah, it's been chill. Dude.
No, it'll get easier.
Also, not to do this, but
Do it.
just right when I got here, the heat hit.
Yeah, it's thick.
It's so thick and gross, and I forgot about that 2 stories down subway heat where the air hasn't moved in a long time. And you get down there after having like walked half a mile to the train stop with a backpack full of podcast recording equipment.
But at least you wore pants.
And you're wearing pants because you don't know where any of your clothes are because they're in 13 different places in the tri-state area. And then it's like that retroactive sweat.
What's when you finally get down there and you go, ooh, I am hot.
Oh man, I'm like overheating.
Ooh, shit, this is like a lot. Because then when you're moving and grooving, at least you got like a little bit of breeze hitting you. You're moving, they got this going. But when you stop, it all just in that one little drops off of your eyebrow.
Yeah.
Hits you on your cheek, and you're like, this is brutal.
Oh, yep. I'm not sure if I can take a deep breath right now.
And you go, oh, well, at least the train's packed.
Train's packed too.
And everybody stinks.
Can't sit down.
Everybody smells horrible.
Everyone's stinky and they're not like, well, let's scoot over. This guy seems hot.
Yeah, no, he's obviously new to the city.
This guy just moved here.
Come on, let's welcome Tom.
You want a can of Coke?
Welcome, Tom.
Thank you. It's good to be here, dude.
No, it's going to be great. You got your linen pants on. You're a birthday boy.
So this is the linen pants explanation, all right? I don't love a short.
Those are thick.
They're not as breezy as
you thought they were going to be. Those
like
are not easy, breezy, beautiful. Those are kind of some thick boys there.
But I don't have. Okay, I say I'm not a shorts guy. Maybe I'm not, but I definitely don't have. I'm not a shorts guy for the shorts that I own.
How about this? What do you think about this? Because we were going over this earlier, and you're going, well, what if I have to leave
to go do a show?
But I have to leave at say I'm leaving my house at 3 p. I got a show at 7 p. I can't rock shorts because I don't want to get on stage in shorts. Bring the pants in the backpack.
I got $4,000 of podcast equipment in there. I can't add
linen
weight.
pants are gonna fuck everything up.
I can't add weight to that.
Tom, you can toss some linen pantalones in there. What the hell?
Then what am I balancing out here? Am I sweating more because of the backpack's heavier, or am I? Also, where am I changing?
Now there's a fair point.
Like you get to a club and you're like, I just got to change real quick.
I would bet they've seen weirder.
Yeah, but
because people are coming in just hot and sweaty and so stinky.
Some of the most stinky.
That's what I hate when I get on the train and you're like, oh no, this guy standing next to me smells like absolute dick and balls.
Yeah, I might have to get off the natural deodorant while I'm just for the summer in New York.
Natural deodorant doesn't work.
It works awesome if you don't sweat at all or move much.
It's like this helmet works amazing as long as I don't fall off my bike.
Yeah.
No, natural D. What is even the purpose of that? It's like non-GMO. You're not putting like microplastics in your pits.
It's truly not. It's not like I'm not going to pretend that the rest of my life is healthy enough for that to be the difference maker for me. But I get like rashes from the
white stuff.
No, but the white stuff gets
Clumps.
everywhere. I hate Clump City. We've
Clump
talked
City.
about this.
Yeah, it also ruins all of my shirts.
Ruined shirts.
Yeah.
Because like even sometimes you'll put a shirt through the wash and then you go to put it back on and I'm like, it's clumps.
It's clumps.
It's
oh,
still
and it's
clumps.
nice, a nice white circle on my shirt.
Yeah.
That's not disgusting.
No, and then I don't care how I put the shirt on. It gets the
crinkles,
crinkle.
The worst is when you're
clump is crazy.
When you're already out and you notice the little lines on your shirt. Now you're just like
And
rubbing
it's
it
like,
really
dude,
hard.
It fucking stays on.
Yeah, it's not coming off. You got to get it early, and you kind of like lick your finger and you're rubbing it on, and everybody on the train is like, "I hate this city. I don't know why I live here. Everyone's in hell."
Everyone's either clumped up or smelling like poo.
Natural D, it's just not going to get the job done. Tom.
I know it does smell great though, and I haven't had a pit rash in like a year.
That's big. I always got the pit rashes from like the blue stuff.
Dude, the
gel.
blue stuff is what rashes out.
Absolutely not. I can't do it.
I mean, this is the tough world that we're living in. We're choosing between rash and clump.
Yeah, rash, clump, or stink.
Yeah, that is the worst kill fuck marry.
Yeah,
I've
that's
ever
the
heard.
absolute worst. See, Lizzie tells me I put on too much deodorant. I mean, like, how many are you going? Are you going 1, 2, 3, 4, done? What are you doing?
With the natural deodorant, I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
See, that's
1,
what I
2,
do
3,
with the white.
But yeah, I mean, you can't. I'm also not like I'm not an overly stink factory.
Sure.
I mean, this might be everyone, but until then, I start sweating a ton, and then it kicks in.
Have you ever like forgot about some D for a couple of days?
Not a couple days,
and then you catch a whiff of yourself, and you're like, "Oh, that's people are just not taking care of themselves for 72 hours."
Yeah, I've caught it with like. Have you ever put on deodorant when you're going to bed because you've smelled it?
No.
I have. Before.
See, I can't do that, but at that time, I have to pop in the shower because if you're stinky at the bedtime, then you probably have that that little film on your body.
You should just shower.
You know?
Yeah.
You know when you got that little like you were sweating earlier,
Yeah,
but
like
now you're dried
feel
off,
fine.
and there's just a film. I can't do that. I can't sleep with that.
Yeah.
Dumas?
I actually love a pre-bed shower.
Yeah, it's nice.
It is nice.
I like
it makes
to turn
you feel
it
like
on
a little kid a little
Well,
bit.
I like to turn it on to really cold right before I get out.
That's nice.
And then I just see how long I can stand there, and then I get out, and then it's Naptown, USA. I'm out for a cool 9.
You ever experimented with just purely cold showers?
Sure. Yeah, I've been known to experiment.
I've been doing that here and there.
Well, to be fair, you know what? I overstep. I've never gotten in
Really?
to a cold shower.
I've been doing that a little
I'll
bit.
start like mid and then gradually go to cold. Can't get in there cold.
It's crazy, but it's kind of like a rush.
Well, your body is telling you don't get in here. This
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
But it wakes you up.
I'm sure it does.
And then you just got to go.
Adrenaline
the
alone.
Wim Hof breathing.
Oh, that's the guy that holds his breath for a long time.
I don't really know what it is, if I'm being honest. But
You know-
when I take deep breaths in the shower, I go, Wim Hof.
You know, it's a bummer is I heard about the guy on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, dude, Rogan is the... You listen to Rogan?
No, this was years and years ago.
For sure it was.
This was like so long ago. No, but it's true. He was always like Wim Hofing around town. He's like, this guy can hold his breath for 9 minutes.
Well, yeah, here's the problem with the Rogan whole team is they are so corny and cheesy that you don't want to
Admit.
all of that stuff. You want to just be like, nah, 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 nah.
Nah, it's dog
But
shit.
I think there actually is like benefits to cold showers.
Sure.
It's just the way they talk about it is so incredibly douchey. that
And they're
you hate
smoking
it.
a cigar, and Joe Rogan's yoked, and
Yeah.
Elon Musk was on there the week before, and you're like, I don't
Also,
know.
anyone who's like a billionaire, I'm like, yeah, your health advice just doesn't equate to me because you could solve all of it.
All of
with
it.
money.
I also hate when they're like, you got to get up at 3 a.m. I'm like, for what?
No, I don't.
What am I doing at 3 a.m.?
What? And have been asleep for 15 minutes?
Yeah, I don't think so, pal. I'm
I
still
just
drunk.
went to bed. If I wake up at 3 a.m., I'm getting a DUI.
I just come to, I'm behind the wheel of a car. I'm like, millionaire mindset.
Gotta get at it early. Well, Tim, we're
fuck.
not even roommates here.
Damn, dude, we're not even brothers
But
alone.
we are good friends, and we're back live from Ridgewood Studios.
Live for the foreseeable future, folks. Can you believe that?
Yes, sir.
Can you believe that, folks? Hell?
I'm living here. It's
Living large, too.
I kind of regret posting that I moved here
Why?
because I had a bunch of people being like, "Thought you already lived there," and I was like, "Damn." I had a cool like bi-coastal thing going that I just blew up.
Well, that was like your whole thing for a while.
I know.
You were kind of tri-coastal. You were like the Chicago.
Sure.
California way.
Yeah.
New York kid. Now you're just a New York kid.
Now I'm just a rat.
Pig. Love it. Love to see the boy pigging around New York City, showing up sweaty, going, it's hot.
I'm going, it's hot, and Native Deodorant won't sponsor me. Please.
Tom, where were you? Let me tell you about where I was.
Hey, Tom, where were you? I want to talk about something. Can I guess?
Yeah, sure. Sure. Like
Can
we
I
haven't
guess based on our conversation right before this?
like we haven't been texting.
You're at
the whole
Washington,
time?
D.C. You were in Washington, D.C.
Our
the nation's
nation's-
capital.
Whoa!
Look at that.
Our nation's capital, Tom. It is in fact our nation's capital.
How's it holding up?
You know, these people in DC are booze bags.
A boozy city if I've ever seen one.
And I live in New York. We live in New York. Before this, I lived in Chicago. Before that, I lived in Louisiana. And per capita booze bag, I don't know. DC's holding their own.
You think they're the top dog?
I mean, I don't think I've seen this many people throwing up in the street,
Oh, my
having
God.
their friends rub their back, falling over.
Chicago's got to be up there.
I don't know. I was visibly shocked at the amount of boozy Susie that I was seeing.
So, like, to that extent, like puking in the street booze bag. Like
It was like Chicago on St. Patty's Day.
All right.
That was the vibe.
Wow.
Every corner you
Well,
turn
that's
down,
just
there's
'cause-
just someone puking.
But old Timmy Smith came to town. They had to
That's
celebrate.
true.
You
And they're
know?
like, oh, shit.
Those people are all sober right now.
Party man's here.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, you want to come grab a drink? I was like, I just kind of want to get a burger and go to bed.
And they're like, no, it's St. Timmy's
St.
Day.
Timothy's Day? Saint something.
There's something.
Something in there. Something pretty good in there.
DC. You were at the DC Improv?
DC Prof.
The Prof. Yeah.
Just an incredible club. A lot of roommates came out, Tomas.
And we thank you for that.
We love seeing a dang
I will
roommate.
say I'm scared we blew our load.
No.
And by we, I mean you.
We would never
blew
blow
our
our
load
load.
for me.
No, we would absolutely never blow our load.
Because
Tom.
I'm there in 2 weeks.
Well, they're going to come back out.
You better, because I'm getting paid by the person.
Ruh-roh. Folks, go to the shows.
And you saw the venue at which I'm being paid by the person. And they're not necessarily
Man, if that's
raking
how
them
it
in off the
was
street.
with the shit I saw, they would be busting out like quarters and dimes.
What?
If they were paying by the person for the shit that I
Yeah.
was seeing
Oh, yeah.
over at that club, it'd
Yeah.
be like, there, it's 20 cents, 25, 28
Hey,
cents.
no, it's a great
Thanks for coming
time.
out.
Okay, you guys come out.
Come on out. It's going to be sick as hell.
It is actually fun.
There
But they
was-
did throw you in that hotel room that I've talked about famously on this pod.
Baron.
Yeah, here's the thing with DC hotels, because now I've gone 0 for 3. I've stayed
On the
in
hotels?
3 different ones, all owned by the same company. So
Oh,
maybe it's
sure.
just this company. But DC has that thing where they don't update a building ever for any reason whatsoever
At all.
at all
In any circumstance.
in any circumstance.
In any walk of life.
Case closed. Whatever you think you need to do to update a building, DC goes, we wouldn't like to do that.
They're like, oh, what's it going to take? Nah, we're going to stick with what we
Mice
got.
in there? No, that's part of the culture.
They wait, you had a mice in the Baron?
I had a mouse in there, and I won't say the name of the hotel because Tim just did, but I had a mouse in my room, and here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
I'm not a diva with this stuff.
No, you're not anti-mouse.
So I didn't say anything about the mouse.
Crazy.
Here's what got me is
I don't think saying something to the people downstairs about having a mouse in your room makes you anti-mouse, by the way.
yeah, because you can be pro
Or
mouse and be
diva
like, I
alert.
just don't want mouse in my sleeping space.
Yeah, like I like mouse, don't
Also,
like mouse in
this
bed.
is the same hotel room I asked Tim, and I clarified beforehand. This is one of those hotels where you can't actually open your luggage on the floor because there's not enough room between the bed and the wall.
Got to pop it on the
So
bed.
anytime you have to get into your suitcase, you got to pop it up onto the bed.
Yep. I
And
didn't
you
even
get-
think about that until you asked me that. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly did have to pop it up on
That's
there.
it,
I think that was just my bed companion, honestly. I think I was just snuggling with my suitcase the whole time.
It's kind of nice sometimes. Sometimes I do laundry and leave it on there.
Yeah, I needed a little
to
warm
cuddle,
body, and I
you know?
just had my little Samsonite there hitting the snugs with me.
Samsonite.
Baron.
Yeah, so mouse happened, and then I was like, oh, whatever, I got to get
Did you
ready
see
for
it,
the
or did
show.
you hear it?
Saw it go right under my door,
Brutal.
and it pretty much went straight from my suitcase into the door, and that's not a great feeling.
Yeah, it was rummaging.
Yeah, well, good thing it was closed because I couldn't open it.
Going through the merch.
But yeah, just trying to get a koozie or two. And I then pop into the shower. Shower's kind of a tough sitch there. Mm-hmm. Pretty low water, but it's just kind of like someone's kind of like cupping water from the sink and throwing it in there on you.
Oh, see, I had a totally different experience. I was getting water pressure galore out of this place.
Maybe they updated the water pressure.
I don't know. I mean, I was in there having a gay old time. And you know me, I will switch rooms if there's no water pressure.
Yeah, true.
Mouse, I'll take. Water pressure, don't even try.
So I had a tough shower. Then I go to blow dry my hair.
Uh-oh.
I turn on the blow dryer and it's not working. I'm like,
got to bring your own blow.
that
Everybody knows
sucks.
that.
Here's the thing. I always bring my own blow dryer. So I pop my suitcase onto the bed, open it up, grab a blow dryer, plug it in, whatever. As I'm blow drying my hair, the other one that I had just turned on that didn't turn on starts smoking. I left it on because I didn't think it worked, and I look at it, and just the coil inside is almost on fire, and there's no air coming out. It's just the coil is red hot. And that's when I go down to the front desk and I just go, hey, just a heads up. I had
Like, how's your experience? You're like, where do I start?
Here's the thing. The mouse was fine, but the hair has to be blow dried.
Yeah, I can't be wet hair, Tom.
Yeah, no one wants that. And I haven't gotten it cut in a little while. If I don't blow dry, it's going to fall flat. You guys trying to sell tickets or not? They're like, who are you
They're
again?
like, what? I'm sorry, you're being a real diva right now. And you're like, what? They're like,
Sorry,
oh,
you're
big
featuring,
mouse
right?
guy. Yeah. You're featuring in the feature, right?
You were brought along by someone else. We didn't book you, right?
You're like, yes, all of that is correct, but
Yes, but here's the thing. It started smoking, and the person goes, I was like, my hairdryer started smoking. And the lady at the front desk, I'm not sure she ever looked up. She just goes, all right, thanks. Didn't offer anything, whatever.
Love that.
So then I went back the next year, and they put me in that creepy one with the long hallway inside the door. Remember that Murder Town one that I showed you?
Oh, yeah,
You
that was
open the door
creepy.
to your hotel room, and it's like a shining hallway.
Yeah.
Back to a room where you can't open your suitcase.
Yeah, you're just waiting for two twins to be standing there. Somebody on a
Come
little...
riff with us.
And you're like, all right, kid.
All right.
I'm not going to turn down a riff
Love a
session.
riff.
Yeah. All right, ladies, what you got?
So that was that. So you were posted up there.
I was at the Barren, and decent little, decent locations. I like to take my little
Right
fat
off
buns
DuPont
out
Cirque.
I like to take my buns out for a walk.
It's a good walk.
It's a great walk.
You can walk forever.
Dude, I was hitting miles in this place.
Isn't
in
it
the
fun,
Berks.
dude? Because you go kind of circle to circle. I like how DC's organized by those weird little circles where stuff happens.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just out there cruising. I mean, I think I got a little suntan going on. What do you think about that?
I don't think you did.
I think I did, Tom.
Okay.
What the hell?
For our audio listeners, Tim is a bronze god.
I'm a bronze god right now. What, no tan?
No.
Look at that. Look at the difference. That didn't work. I was wearing pants.
That was
That didn't work. I forgot I was wearing pants the whole time.
Maybe you got a little farmer. Oh, yeah.
See?
There's something there.
Dick.
There you go. Sorry.
Fucking looking
Let's work on these biceps.
just a
dude.
nice
What's
golden
going
brown
on
right
here?
now. What the hell?
I'm just fucking around.
What in the hell, Tom? I did 7,000 push-ups this weekend.
Oh, damn.
You should see my fucking all my other muscles.
You're trying to catch up to my 10,000 a weekend, huh?
All my other muscles are so big. You just missed all those.
Push-ups doesn't really grow the biceps. It's more like it's
More of a
tones it.
tricep guy.
And then
Biceps are a visual, just like that's for just the looks. I'm a useful muscle guy.
What are you trying to get strong for?
It's just all these dudes that want to come after me all the time.
I don't know. Maybe
all
because
of my
the world's
enemies,
against
dude?
me
Yeah.
all the time.
Oh, I don't know, Tom. What the hell?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, my Barren experience was quite nice. I mean, that's what people were like, "Ooh, stay in there." How's it been? I was like, "Nah." I mean, it's been pretty good. Water's hot. Blow dryer's blowing. No mice.
Blow dryer was working. Did you use it?
No, I use my own.
Yeah, you have to. It's also one of the oldest blow dryers you've ever seen. It's the kind that plugs
Well,
into
in the wall.
Yeah,
I never
yes,
trust
dude.
those ever.
It's like to turn it off, you just kind of have to shove it back in there.
Well, even when you turn it on, it's like, and you're like, I don't think so. I'm gonna do something else here. I'm just gonna shake my
Feels
head
like
really
the
fast.
subway air, two stories down.
Yeah. So I'm all set on that. But I mean, I'm walking around. I'm getting a little coffee. How about this, Tom? I walk into a little coffee shop. I don't know if this is zero behavior or not, but I felt like a mischievous little pig. So I walk in. There's like a big line, and I don't know why this woman did this, but she was like, "Oh, what do you want?" And I was like, oh, can I just get an Americano, like an iced Americano? She was like, got it. So I just kind of walk over where she's at, and then she just like hands it to me, and I'm kind of just in no man's land. And I look over, and like there's a huge line at the counter, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to leave.
Wow. Wow. Look who's
What do we think
stealing
about
from
that?
coffee shops now.
This was not a mom and pop, though.
This was more intentional than mine, though.
It was absolutely. Well, I'm looking around and I'm going, I'm just going to take a W.
I'm gonna commit theft right now. Honestly.
Hey, I did walk slow, though. If they were going to go, oh, sir, and I was fully prepared to go, oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, my God. Sorry. I'm not used to paying for stuff. I don't know if you realize I'm headlining the
usually
DC
don't
Improv this week.
pay for goods and services. I don't know what that's like.
Whatever.
Sorry,
Yeah.
but sure, you want money.
How much
that's
is
right.
it? Would 100 do the trick?
They're like, yeah, that'd be great. I'm like, well, I only have ones.
That's more of a turn of phrase, idiot.
I was just seeing if you'd be like super impressed with a couple of hunch, but no, I have $6. Is that enough?
Would $6 cover it?
But I was just fully in no man's land, and I mean, it was like kind of slammed in there, and I just was like, I don't know.
I'm
gonna live a little.
I don't hate it.
I mean, it cost him nothing.
What kind of coffee shop was it?
I mean, it was like a pretty swanky. Forget what it was called. It was like Mauriceau's or something like that.
Mauriceau's.
It was something where I was, everybody in there was, feeling pretty good about themselves.
Yeah, they
a lot
probably
of
had
pastel-colored patrons.
$17 avocado toast on the menu.
Yeah, I mean, it was that kind of place.
Yeah.
Everybody in there was, pasteled out.
All right.
DC does have a weird thing where it does feel like kind of a Southern fraternity in there.
Well, I think there's a lot of very preppy grads there.
Yeah, it's prep city.
I mean, the people that went to all these very good schools that never learned that pastels should be retired when you leave
yeah, it
campus.
just ain't it. They were everywhere.
Yeah, and before anyone pulls up any old photos, I was a pastel king in college.
Sure.
I was wearing Vineyard Vines.
Of course, we all were. I had a couple of Vineyard Vines ties
It was,
on there.
from TJ Maxx, but it was
Still.
I was still doing
Had
it.
the whales on it. That counts.
Big time.
A couple of
And,
pink ties with a bunch of whales. I said, look how cool I am.
Absolutely. Leave those on the quad.
Burn them. Give them to a freshman coming in.
Yeah, and say these are going to be yours
man,
for the next
here
4
you go, man.
years, but only for 4 years.
And then it's out. These people were everyone. If they weren't blacked out drunk, they were
Pasteled out.
pasteled out.
Just working in politics, having no idea what to wear when they're not wearing a suit.
I was like, I guess I'll toss this on.
Well, the last time I bought clothes for a social gathering
When
was
the last time you saw croquis?
No, croquis are out.
I mean, as far as the eye could see.
I bet half these people don't even know what croquis are.
Go ahead, look up a croquis. It's like it's the generic. It's what you envision when you think frat, bro.
It's wearing sunglasses around your neck.
But it's like that thick kind of like it's like
foam.
it's made out of like
koozie.
it's like
It's koozie
yeah,
material.
It's
It's
koozie
the exact
material.
same thing. I bet that's how they were made.
But
They
it
were
just says
extra material.
Vineyard Vines,
Yep.
Costa Del Mar, whatever all of that nonsense is. Ooh, we went to the International Spy Museum.
Was that one cool? I haven't been to that.
It
one.
actually was pretty cool. 37 clams though. I don't
thought
know.
The museums were free there.
Most are, yeah. That one was not.
How'd
Learned
you
that the
pick
hard way.
I mean, I know you're doing well, but how'd you pick that one? It does sound the coolest, also.
Right?
To be fair.
Are you familiar with a gentleman named Robert Hansen?
Okay, hit one of these real quick.
Am I booging around town?
Yeah, it's still there though.
Still booging?
It's really hanging on.
Is it hanging on
Might
for
be
dear life?
Skin.
Oh, it is skin.
Oh, maybe you did get a little burnt.
Yeah. I just ordered some new Kiehl's facial fuel today, Tom. I've been out of my moisturizer.
Gotta be, dude. Keels is killing it.
There we go.
There we go.
Let's just end it
Come
right
on.
there.
Yeah. Sorry,
so
interrupted.
This guy Robert Hansen, he was sentenced to 13 life sentences, folks. One of the biggest spies in FBI history.
Okay.
He was selling secrets to the Russians for like 30 years.
But he wasn't a double agent? Well, he was.
Well, he for sure was.
Yeah, I guess. But he wasn't like selling them to get more stuff for
No. Just full treason.
Just a classic double.
Just absolute middle finger right into George Washington's face kind of stuff.
Oh, that long ago?
No. He just died like in 2022.
Oh, okay.
So, the host at the Comedy Loft, that was his grandfather.
Very cool.
And there's a movie called Breach. It's an amazing movie. I've seen it like 200 times. And I forget how it came up. It's starring Ryan Phillippe and this other guy that you've seen and all this stuff, and it's fucking great.
I've
and
never
Jodie
seen the
Foster.
movie.
And he's just, I forget how it came up, but he's like, is there any chance you guys know who Robert Hansen is? And I was like, I know exactly who Robert Hansen is. I've watched all the documentaries. I love Breach. Why? What you got? And he was like, that's my grandfather. And Tom, I'm telling you, a little piece of poop came out.
Yes.
I was so pumped. He was telling me all about it. He wanted to go work in IT. The government said, absolutely not.
Oh, yeah. I'm kind of shocked he lives in D.C.
Yeah, I know. It seems
you have
like
to have clearance for so many jobs.
they would have, not to do an open mic.
Nah, no, you don't.
They're like, yeah, come on in, man.
I wish more people needed clearance, honestly.
So apparently his sister wanted to be an astronaut. She started and they were like, nah, no clearance for you. They can't do like anything
we're
involving
generational
IT.
spies?
Right? Well, I mean, they can't risk it, Tom.
Yeah, but it's not like it runs in the blood to be like,
You never know, dude. He might be a Nepo baby.
I'm a Nepo baby for the Russian spies.
He's a Russian Nepo baby for espionage.
Yeah,
But
it's double crossing is kind of in our family.
and then we go over to the freaking spy museum, Tom. And guess who's got a big old exhibit on him? Robert Hansen.
Wow.
Photos of his gun and like notes he wrote and all this cool shit. I was blowing
So you
my...
got your money's worth.
Oh, it was worth every nickel. I was so pumped. Boy, do I love some spy shit.
Yeah. Spies are a fun thing that exist.
It's like crazy that they actually are around.
It's kind of like, it's kind of like if elves were real.
Yes.
It's
It's like a thing you think is a novelty, but like, no.
Like we used to play spies when we were kids.
They're all over the place. It does seem like I was watching a lot of James Bond last night. I was in a real spy mood.
Yeah, you went to the spy museum. You met Robert Hansen.
Right? Well,
Yeah.
his corpse.
Yeah, well, you met his grandson
Offspring.
who is probably secretly a spy for the DC
he's
Comedy Loft.
He's
He's just a spy between clubs.
it's more low level stuff. But I'm watching, and if they're also sexy and so fun, but it's only because movies are made about these poor bastards. It seems like a pretty solitary, sad life.
Yeah.
Just want to toss that out there.
Yeah, you can't tell anyone the truth ever.
Ever.
Especially when you're a double agent.
You lie with every single breath.
Oh, man.
And they typically go after, like, orphans. They love orphans. That's like their bread and butter.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. It's a good prospect.
So you just got nobody.
Man.
Tough life.
Those scouts hear one of the saddest orphan stories of all time, and they're like, bingo.
Well.
Hello.
Look at what we got here.
I'd like to introduce you to the United States government.
We will be using you and abusing you for the foreseeable future.
You haven't made any lasting relationships, right? All right, good.
Perfect.
Awesome. Get
Coming
used
in,
to that.
So that was interesting. I don't know. DC's fun. Everybody I talked to, it's weird. Like all the comics, I'm like, so you grew up here? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, nice. And they're like, yeah, like my mom works for the CIA, or like my dad's like works in the FBI building. You're like, oh, so it's like that's what the industry
It's the main
is.
thing there, yeah.
They were telling, oh, that restaurant's always shut down. Biden loves to go there for lunch, and you're like, weird. You just forget that these people are out in the world.
It's a weird city. There's like areas that are like sometimes just closed off because there's stuff going on.
Biden's over there,
government related,
hacky sacking or something.
At the time, did you get on any of those scooters, like a Lime scooter?
I did not hit the scoot.
I'm a big guy. I don't know. I tried to rhyme it and I couldn't come up with anything.
Scooter McGavin. You're
I'm
a big Scooter McGavin.
There we go. God, scoot the moon. And I found myself. I was going in between sets, and I scooted there, and it was so much fun. It was fun to scoot to a set.
It's always fun.
And it's like 4 minutes. I could have walked, but it's fun. You hop on a Lime scooter. It's like $3, and I'm like, yeah, that was cool. And then I turn around and go back the other way, and it's like a caution zone all of a sudden, and the scoot won't go more than 3 miles an hour, but you also can't park it there. It won't let you end the ride in the zone.
Wait. So the caution zone knows to like put a governor on the scoot?
Yeah.
Whoa.
they track us.
I was about to say, I don't like that, actually.
You're on a scoot in a caution zone, and you're like, big brother.
I fucking knew it.
Fuck you.
Get out of my data.
Then you're stuck in the middle of the caution zone, and you got to decide, do I make it to the other side? It's like you're going through like quicksand.
Well, it's also one of those things. You're going 3 miles an hour. You're like, I'm trying to concentrate and just keep my balance on this thing. You don't want to topple over.
You end up pushing the electric scoot. It's such a nightmare. So I haven't gotten back on one in a little while there, but
Boy, City Scoots really had a moment in time in Chicago. Remember those? Those were the best.
Yeah. Then I think they had like a million traumatic brain injuries, and they're like, "This maybe we're not the right city for it."
I can't believe I wasn't one of them because I would jump on one of those things when my blood alcohol content. It's got to be 0.4.
Can't drive home.
Got to be point. Yeah, time to City Scoot.
Yep.
Don't want
Time to do a more athletic ability.
Yeah, don't want to get inside of a metal enclosure. Let me just ride this thing raw.
Let me just throw my head down the street at 28 miles an hour.
No, it's fine. I'm only going through Wrigleyville, so it won't be that weird. Incredible. I don't know how I'm alive.
Oh,
but yeah,
God.
DC Improv, the staff is incredible. All the shows were sold out. We had a bunch of big fat roommates coming out. The roommate-in-law artist himself.
Yes, Al.
Al, the true king. Met him, met his
Biddies.
wife. You know what I like?
They're
Everyone
great
I
people.
met that loves the pod, great people.
Yeah.
Never met a pod listener where I was like, I don't know if this is who we're going for.
And we won't tell you when we do,
That's a fact.
because I've met a couple.
Couple of stinkers.
Yeah, it's my whole family listens to it.
Oh, let's go.
There we
See?
go. Dunked on the fam.
Yeah. Hey, be mad at Tom now,
Sorry.
not me.
Yeah, finally. Be back on Tim's side.
Well, what you got, fat man?
I drove here. I turned 30. Two of my best friends in the world came to town to celebrate. That was pretty fun.
What'd you get into on the bird day? Nice little din.
We did. My sister came up from DC. She
Huge.
left town when you went to town. That's
Love
kinda
that.
tough.
Love that.
Tough look.
Just gonna kind of move past on that one.
She came up for the 30th, and well, first off, I had to go out. Get this day. I get to New York.
Okay.
My friends are in town. I got to get my car out to Long Island because that's where I'm keeping it at my sister's.
Right.
It's full of all my stuff till I move into this place in August.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to get out there now. My best friend Rich Park is in town,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, I have to be out in New Jersey. He's helping his parents buy a house.
Sure.
So Long Island, New Jersey, that's two different ways. And now one of my other friends flies in and surprises me.
Okay.
And he's in for the whole day. I got a car full of shit. I got to empty half of my shit into this apartment that I'm going to be at for 2 more weeks just so I can open up the third back seat.
Brutal.
So that was my Friday morning, hungover. This is what I'm doing. I mean, it's just panic,
You know
miserable.
what sucks is you're like, man, I can't thank you enough for coming in
Meant
town.
the world.
But fuck.
Like, this is kind of tough.
She just gave me a
How do you
ton
feel
of work
about like
to do.
lying really thin on top of a bunch of stuff in the back? So I had to do that. And then Rich is like, we just got to stop by this place in New Jersey. It's a quick hour out to that spot. And then out to Long Island is 2.5.
And this is your birthday day.
And this is the day before my birthday.
Oh, okay.
But so we get out there, drop my car off, whatever. See my niece. I just want to shout out. I have 7 nieces and nephews now, but it's nice when one of them, you clearly are the favorite.
How old is this niece?
She's 2 and change.
Okay, you're not her favorite.
I am.
Okay.
It's crazy, dude.
Okay.
I'm getting texts still.
From a
This is a
2-year-old?
week later from my sister. She
Oh.
won't stop asking where you are.
Oh, I was like, Tom,
Yeah. Also, yeah.
you expect me to believe this?
Dude, she keeps FaceTiming me. She keeps tagging me in her stories. She's obsessed. No, dude, it ruled. It was like, I'm like, you want to like film all of it because I'm like, one day you're not going to like me like this.
Sure.
And
Well,
I
you're
need
just
you to
going to be the
remember
weird
this.
old guy.
I'm going to the bathroom, coming back into the room, and she goes, Tommy! Like she forgot that I was there. Runs over.
No
Hugs me
object
again.
permanence.
It's amazing.
I'm glad that you're going through this, but 2-year-olds do that with a lot of people.
Yeah, but my other ones that are like that age, they go the opposite route where I build in this time where we become best friends, and then I leave the room for 30 seconds. I come back in, and I'm a stranger.
And you're a stranger. Maybe this one's just the smartest one.
I hope so.
Right?
It was so fun. I mean, we were just fucking around. She's a hilarious little character. At one point, she's running around, and she slipped because she had socks on.
Mm-hmm.
So she takes her socks off. She's smart. She's figuring it out. Takes
See?
her socks off, better traction. Best friend Rich Park is sitting right there. She turns to him. She goes, "Take your socks off.
He was like, well,
Otherwise, you'll slip."
I don't know. I'm not doing a lot of. Yeah, I'll take them off.
I'm not gonna
You know what?
slip.
I'll pop them off. You're right. I should probably have my socks off.
It's so funny. It was just a blast. So that was a fun, wholesome start to the birthday weekend. And then we had a park hang. Went to Central Park on Saturday.
Love
Sister
it.
from DC came up. Had a fun time. Went to Korean barbecue.
Huge.
Have you done Korean barbecue like in K-Town?
Have not.
We gotta go.
Huge.
It's just so fun.
Is this where you're kind of cooking at your table?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like we should wait to get, not that you can't experience without a Korean, but Rich being Korean.
We got to make some more Korean friends.
It's so much fun. I mean, he's speaking Korean. They immediately like are having more fun with the table because they see me and my sister walk in. They go, we gotta like kind of explain it to him a little bit more. Rich knows all the old secrets, the chants, the fun games to play with. The when you unscrew this top, everyone's got to flick it till it falls off, and then whoever loses that has to take a shot of half Sprite, half sake. It's like this. It's like games and stuff.
God, we need some Koreans.
So it was fun to do that, and then we went full K-Town. We went to a place that just had beer pong on the 5th story of this like residential building. It literally looked like we were going up to an apartment, and then it opens up and it's a full bar with 8 beer pong tables. And then we take the elevator down, still in the same building, karaoke bar.
What the hell?
It's the most fun night.
This is in K-Town?
Yeah, K-Town is wild because it's all like on the 3rd and above stories.
I mean, here's a Q-Town for you. Where is K-Town?
It's Midtown. I guess to answer your Q-Town, the K-Town's in M-Town.
Okay, so it's full Midtown.
Yeah, we took the J train to get to... Sounds like Seinfeld. We got on the train to get into Midtown.
To get into the M-Town to go to K-Town. To answer your Q-Town.
And here's the thing, it's all in the same town. Why do they call it Koreatown if it's in New York City?
Okay, so I mean, yeah, that does sound like it slaps. So Rich knew, but he already knew all this shit.
He
had like the inside
and,
scoop.
Yeah.
See, you gotta have that guy anywhere you go. Really, you need
It's
somebody
so much
that's
fun
got the
having
little
an in.
thing. Yeah.
Well, and just having the in of like him being able to just order in Korean is like
enormous.
so much because they're like more on board too.
Well, yeah, they instantly take you more seriously. Like we went and did dim sum with Horvath and Sally.
Oh, yeah.
She's Chinese.
There we go.
We're automatically in. They like us just instantly more.
Yep.
Because she's able to guide
even
us through the whole thing.
Even if you spoke fluent Mandarin,
they're going, nah.
it would not be. They might backfire, honestly.
I don't think this. I don't know why, but it feels racist.
Stop doing the accent.
I'm like, no, but I'm speaking fluently. I've spent literally 22 years learning this. They're like, suck our dicks. We hate you so much.
We don't like this.
Go back to K-Town.
Yeah, so K-Town was a great time. It's a fun birthday night because it's like I would never just choose that as like.
I was about to say you didn't plan any of this.
I mean, Rich was like, "Would you want to do Korean barbecue?" And I was like, "Oh, 1,000%." And then let's just lean in. Let's do karaoke. Let's do it all.
Huge. Did you hit the karaoke button?
Hit the karaoke button. Because it was a fun group. It was like relatively small. My cousin just moved here too.
Okay.
So we had him on board. It was my sister. It was a college buddy. It's Rich and Nelson. It was a fun.
Nelson.
Yeah, it was a fun crew.
Love Nelson.
Yeah, it was. Have you met Nelson?
No.
Oh, I was like, I don't think you have.
I just really like the name
He's a
Nelson.
great man.
Nelson, what's his last name?
Ogbuagu.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Not what I was expecting. Whoa.
He's a Nigerian man. Nelson is not the name that you were thinking quite.
Yeah, I was thinking quite.
Yeah. No, he's not quite white.
Ogbuagu?
Ogbuagu. Ogbuagu.
Man, how much of his life has he spent pronouncing his last name to people?
I think they just call him Nelson.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got to do he's lucky he's not going up at open mics. You're lucky, Nelson.
He could go by like Nelson OG.
Nelson O.
Nelson O.
You know?
Neezy O.
Neezy O. Well, he's not a rapper. He's an open mic.
Yeah, but we all call him Neezy.
Oh, right. I get you. Well, hey, happy birthday, Tom. I'm glad the Korean bee worked out.
Thanks, dude. Any advice for your 30s?
Ooh, it's going to get dark. Just prepare. Just prepare yourself.
What? Like
mentally and physically.
How did you feel on 30 though?
On 30, I was happy as a clam.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the towers hadn't fallen yet, so like that.
Yeah, everything was like still fine.
Shit was going pretty good for us.
Well, we had just last chopper out of Vietnam had just ended, so it was like troops are back. People were feeling good.
We're like hoorah.
Well, it wasn't that
it was
great.
pretty
people
anti-US
weren't really
at the time.
pumped about it, but we were glad that we were out of there.
Yeah,
now we can kind of rebuild. Yeah. Got into more of like a hippie
they finally
culture.
let you out of the factory with the women.
Yeah.
And they said, come on,
man.
Hit a mic.
How about have a little bit of fun out here for once?
No, where were you on 30? You were in Chicago?
I was in Chicago.
Yeah.
I'd been there for
2 years probably.
No, yeah. I was thinking I've been there for about a year and a half.
Okay. Yeah. How'd you feel with 30?
I didn't feel much of anything, honestly.
I'm kind of feeling the same way.
Because I don't think 30 is a big milestone. People are like, oh, man. But here's why. I felt good because I was doing something that I felt like I should have been doing. I think maybe if I had stayed in the life that I had escaped, maybe it would have had a darker thing for me. I think it would have felt a little bit different. But I felt like I was on the right path. So I felt good.
That's good.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, maybe that. Yeah, so I'm feeling pretty solid about it.
Yeah, you're like, here we go. I'm feeling 30. I'm feeling flirty.
Yeah.
You know, let's get a
But
mark.
then it gets dark. Because this seems like it was pretty solid for a second.
Yeah, I had a good run there for a minute.
Because if I could just remind you of your initial response, it was a full body, oof, it's going to get bad.
No. I have started noticing that, I noticed the other day, I got up out of a chair, kind of slow.
Oh, no. Did you make noises?
I didn't make a noise, but I was like, why the fuck did I do that? And I was like, oh, it's because my back's hurting a little bit. And then I was like, oh, no. It all came back around.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just got out of a chair a little slow because my back's hurting.
This has been the only thing that has made me feel old the past couple years. It's only happened the past couple years. Is the hurt, the body pain that you can't trace to anything.
It's just for no reason.
Yeah, that's where, because I don't care if I've got an injury.
Yeah, that's fine. You earn that.
Yes, that's what it is.
I deserve that one.
Yeah, it's
totally fine.
Sometimes you're just like, my knee just hurts, and I don't deserve this.
Or your ankle. I'll get a random ankle, and I'm like, ankle's just absolutely killing. Lizzie's like, what'd you do? I'm like, I think it's because I was running those miles the other day. I was running so fast.
I just hit kind of a quick stand up from this chair.
I was doing some knee lifts yesterday, and then I helped an old lady out of a burning building, and that's what happened. It's not just sitting on the couch,
tweaked it,
watching Archer. Certainly wasn't that.
Certainly wasn't that. Yeah, that's where I feel it a little bit. But other
you also just realize another thing that I've noticed is you look at younger people, and you're like, boy, we just got nothing in common. I got nothing to say to some of these people. You know what I mean?
What's your cutoff right now?
What do you mean?
What's the age that you feel like you can't relate to them?
Well, it depends. I mean,
because it changes.
Yeah, you'll meet if it's a mature 26-year-old. But I mean, you start hitting 24.
Well, yeah, you're just like, you haven't fought the common enemy yet. You haven't joined in the fight.
Well, because that's the great way to put it. Is in your 30s is when you really have to start fighting.
Yeah.
That's the perfect way to. That's why it gets a little bit, because your body, you got to start fist fighting with your body.
You got to start taking care of yourself.
You got to start taking care of
yourself. Yeah,
yourself.
because at 24, it's like you can live however you could look amazing. You haven't earned it yet.
You haven't earned it. Life has not beaten you up yet.
Yeah.
You're not tired for no real reason.
Yeah.
Brother, there are times where I'm like, I am pooped. And people are like, no sleep last night. I'm like, slept a hard 12.
No, yeah, put in 12 and it's not going to happen there, too.
Slept like an absolute baby.
Yeah, it's probably just the depression. But when am I up?
Yeah, I think it's the old mental out there. Like, so you just want me to say you have a pod or...
That's a line that's been going about 1 for 8 on stage right now. Is I'm talking about a guy who wanted to fight who was in his early 20s, and I'm like, go fight the enemy of being alive.
Being alive is what's coming for all of us.
And see if you have time for me.
They have no life experience. They're hot for no reason. They haven't earned being hot. Everyone's hot in your 20s. Even if you don't think you are, you're hot in your 20s.
Yeah, well, the body is just there.
Body's just going to start hurting.
Yeah.
I'm noticing some crow's feet around my eyes.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? When I
Yeah.
smile, you're like, well, what's all that shit? Some gray hairs are coming in.
Yeah, a couple.
Boy, I got really... this barber did me dirty. Karma. Justin Timberlake said it the best, dude. What goes around comes back around, Tom. You know how I ditched my old barber?
Yeah.
I just got absolutely...
But you didn't ditch him. You cucked him.
I didn't cuck him. He doesn't know what happened.
You're having sex with another barber in front of him.
No, he's never in there.
Oh, okay.
He's never,
because the dates.
I checked the sketch. I checked the sketch. I'm not that heartless.
But he was
Tom.
in there recently, right?
Yeah, he was. But that was an accident.
Okay.
But in Chicago, that was a cuck.
Yeah,
I would just walk in there and be like, hello, and walk right over to the other person. That one was cruel. I shouldn't have done that. But, I switched the guy. He just gave me a really fucked up haircut. And I go in there. I knew I was in trouble, Tom. Because here's the thing. I get my hair cut pretty short. It's a pretty small margin of error.
Yeah, it's a small margin of error.
It's not, with the long hair, you get the long hair going. I feel like it would take a pretty colossal fuck up. For you to not be able to be like, it'll be fine.
Yeah, but it's like, but keeping it long is hard. You
Keeping
know,
it long
they
is
always go
hard.
shorter than I want. I guess it's the same thing, but with yours, it's like when you go in to get your haircut, you're like, I want it the same as this, just like
just
a
a
tiny,
little shorter.
Yeah.
Well, he just went too short on it. And
On this one?
I knew I was in trouble because he came in. He was like, because when I walked in, he's like, "Oh, are you here for such and such?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, I could see a little panic in his eyes, and he was like, "Oh yeah, he'll be right. Like he'll be right." And he walked outside and like got on the phone, and then came back in. And he was like, "Yeah, I mean, he's just like, right down the street, so like it won't be a big deal." And I'm like, "Totally." And
This guy's taking the train in from Long Island.
yeah, or like I don't know what, but he did come in like super sweaty and like had some food with him, and I was like, "Oh, great!" Like this dude was. This guy was
he
going.
was literally out to lunch.
Yeah, he was on his lunch break, and he comes in and he's like, "Yeah, like you, Paul," and I was like, "No," and he was like, "Oh yeah, come on back," and I was like, "Oh no."
No, well, how does Paul like his haircut? I'm not Paul.
I'm like, wait, I ditched this other guy for you? You don't even know my name?
Come on, man. I changed my life for you.
You don't even know who I am?
I left my family.
So, he's like out of breath. I'm like, this is not a good start. We're out of breath. And, right when he starts the haircut, I don't know if they do this with you, but they just turn you around so you can't see the mirror.
I hate that.
I'm turned around the entire time.
Brutal.
And you can just tell. I'm like, that sounded like a big chunk coming off. Well, that was a bunch. You're looking, you're down, you go, boy, these hairs are long.
Like, are you taking it all off?
These
right
hairs
now?
are long. And then he turns me around. He's like, bingo, bango. I was like, that's okie dokie.
So I am getting deployed again, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm like, well, I guess the chopper's taking off again. Shit. Back into Saigon.
God.
But, I mean, it's
Is this haircut, though?
Yeah.
When was it?
Yesterday.
It's not bad.
I mean, it's high and
It's
tight.
so funny when you say you got a bad haircut. Your hair doesn't change at all.
I
dude.
know. That's what Lizzie says.
It's the only place I notice it now that I'm looking for it is I'm being very careful here. I'm like, now that I've absolutely had to find a difference.
What?
It's here.
What did he do?
It's just like completely.
What?
It's just like really short, like right here.
Oh, like really in the back?
Yeah.
I can handle that.
Yeah, it's not.
I'm
but
not
like
totally.
the front looks the same.
Okay, thank Christ.
Yeah.
I'm a little diva about my little haircut.
I know.
And every time I come back complain, Lizzie's like, your hair hasn't changed in 12 years.
Yeah, it hasn't.
All right, well, that makes me feel better.
I've tried to have a better mindset. I'm about to get mine cut Thursday.
Oh, because you gotta find a whole new person.
Yeah, I've been trying to. I'm approaching it differently now, where I'm just going to someone who has.
You're 30
good.
now.
I'm 30 now. I'm mature.
This is huge.
And I'm just going to someone who has good reviews,
Yeah.
and I'm saying, this is I've just been more confident about, like, this is what I'd like to get back to. Here's a
Gotta
picture
do
of
it.
myself, and then I just make peace with what they can do with that.
Okay, I think
Because
that's
there's
a good
times
approach.
where I've done that, and then they like miss big, and I'm like, I showed you the fucking picture, but
Right.
I'm like, I actually don't know how helpful it is for them to show them a picture of me on stage with like, and it's like been blow dried, and there's
Right.
product in it. They
Right.
can't really tell the length there.
That's true, and I mean, I guess they're not really styling it for you. They're just giving you the cut.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like you don't really know what you got until you go home.
Exactly. Until I've blow dried it with a, and then the blow dryer catches fire, and then I see
Your
a
hair's
mouse,
on fire.
and then I know what it looks
No,
like.
I think that's true. He turned me around, and the whole walk home, I'm just having a panic attack.
Lizzie's gonna leave me.
She fucking hates me
She's
already.
gonna be so pissed.
She's going, yeah, that new stuff you're working on isn't good. I heard you in the
No.
shower.
The news cooking.
The new is
Gotta
kind
be
of cooking.
I got called out last night in a hilarious way. It was so funny. I actually love this. And there's a chance this guy listens to the pod. If you do, you're a hero.
Yes.
I am hosting this weekly show now in Williamsburg.
Willie B.
The Willie B. And had some like fans come out, and it was cool. So I was like, oh shit, like let me do some new. And it was such a killer lineup that I was like, I just said that. I was like, oh, it's fun. Like we can, we have a great show. I'm gonna throw some new at you, whatever. And I did, and some of it stunk ass.
Right.
I mean, true. As I was saying it, I'm like, this is absolutely nothing.
Yeah, this is full
Just
natural
sometimes
deodorant.
you just
Yeah.
know, this is gonna do nothing against the stink. And then I have like one new tag on a longer bit.
Yeah.
And I tell that, and the new tag works.
Bingo.
And I'm like, finally, something new hit, whatever. And then afterwards, a guy comes up and he goes, I saw you in Denver like 3 weeks ago. And I was like, oh, shit, dude, thanks for coming out. He's like, yeah, I followed you after Denver, saw you were coming here. Yeah, it was great. I saw the homeless joke in Denver, though. I was like, wow, you piece of shit. In front of my friends, you're going to do this?
Hey, because I noticed you kind of put that into the new basket.
Yeah, you kind of played that off like you were pumped about that working.
And you kind of looked at your notebook when you were doing it.
1,000% I did. I was like, damn it.
Hey, but to be fair, hey, guy from Denver.
3 weeks,
3 weeks is new.
That's new.
That still counts as new.
And I had one new tag on it. You fuck.
Yeah, that fully counts as new.
It was just the way he said it was so funny because he wasn't being a dick.
I just love that he couldn't.
He was kind of being exactly. He was kind of being like, I saw it.
Saw the homeless.
Come on, man. Yeah.
Let's not categorize as new if it's
It
not that
was
new.
so funny. I was like, God damn it! I wish Tim was here. 'Cause
Yeah,
he
that
would've
was
gotten a
really,
kick
really
out of that.
fun. Well, and how did you? I mean, what was your little response?
I was just like, fuck. I was like, come on, man. You saw me twice in 3 weeks. What
You
did
just
you
put your
expect?
arm around him and shh, yeah, let's go grab a drink, dude.
Hey, man, how did you like to die
shut the
by
fuck up,
microphone
dude.
cord?
I just moved here. It's my birthday.
Oh, my God. It was so funny.
That is pretty fun. Fun show alert. Hot and juicy.
It's fun little show.
I love a hot and juicy.
Come
show.
hang. We'll try to get you up sometime.
Oh, Jesus Christ, God. He's been here for 2 days, folks. 2 days.
I'm going to be a fucking nightmare here.
Oh, Jesus.
I got a little thing that I think would have driven you crazy.
More than come by, we'll
And I
get
forget
you up.
well, that was fake. We would never throw you up.
No, I was about to say, if you ever offer to toss me up, I will just get up there and poop my pants on stage.
And that clip will go viral.
And that'll pop for sure.
No, I meant to say this when we had the car pod, which was a fun time. I hope it was not dog shit quality. It was kind of hilarious to do a podcast while I was driving across the country. Kind of gave me an idea, like maybe we should just do that.
You drive and we pod?
No, if we would be, you're in the passenger seat.
Oh, that would kind of be fun.
Kind of fun if we do. Anyways,
Driving around New York?
dear God, no. We
That'd
would
be
die
fun.
in a heartbeat.
No, we would. That'd be
We
the
got
fun
to
of
be
it.
out on the open highway.
No, well then who cares? That's not fun. It'd be more fun to be in the mix.
Right, but the whole time it would just be me going, what the fuck? Can I go here? Like, I would not maintain one conversation.
Yeah, I know, but I'm the funny one in the pod anyway, so it's fine.
Oh, my God. Come by. We'll try to throw you up sometime, dude. That's all I'm saying. No, I was driving and I had just gotten my car looked at. This is how they get to you.
Okay.
I told you about when I stood up to the car guy for the first time ever, right?
Sure, yeah.
Because they called my brother and he was like, that sounds like bullshit to me. And I did a little research. I'm like, yeah, that's... Yeah,
Rotary girder.
whatever. Yeah. Just looking at the specs on the rotary. And so I turned down a bunch of the services that they offer. I get a new battery myself, whatever. We're out on the road. I'm halfway through Nebraska in a bleak stretch of the trip.
Mm-hmm.
This was when I went to that gas station where if they went 0 for 2 on working bathrooms.
Right.
It's just brutal smell. No one was wearing aluminum deodorant. And I get back onto the highway and there's the semi behind me and it flashes its lights at me like 3 times.
Don't love that. A lot of movies have started that way, and that's how you get murdered.
Well, yeah, and it's not night time. So it's like the first time I was kind of like, was that a light flash? Like, did I catch it? Because it's hard to see.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did it 2 more times, and I'm like, I have to have like something's wrong.
Sure.
So I pull off, and I can't find anything wrong with the car.
Were you just going slow? Was he
No.
saying scoot?
No, I was going like faster than him. And then I pull off, and I'm looking around. I'm like, well, there's nothing visible. There's no fluids. There's no lights out. There's no my gas thing. I'm thinking I'm driving away with the gas flying out to the side.
Right.
And then I just had to have the rest of this road trip by myself thinking about that. And it stuck with me for days.
Yeah, that's
dude.
when you got the music turned all the way down, listening for little noises and stuff.
Exactly.
That's brutal.
I felt crazy.
That's brutal. That might be a little trick he likes to do.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, do you think that's just a diabolical thing this guy
Let's
does?
fuck with this guy. He looks like he's on a cross-country trip.
I mean, next time someone pisses me off, I'm just going to do that a few times.
Because that is... Because they're going, well, I mean, all my tires are full. Like...
He made me
they're
check
really
my
on
tires.
there. I don't know. Everything, all the doors are shut.
And then he doesn't even know that 2 weeks ago I told a car mechanic to go fuck himself.
Man.
So now I'm like, God, that's what it was.
See, he doesn't know how lucky he got because, and the moment when you're telling the guy, hey, bud, I appreciate the suggestions, but we're all set on the services, feels pretty good because you're like, they're not getting me.
Yeah.
But then when you're out on the open road,
oh, they got me.
you're like, oh, please, I would have paid anything. Yeah, that's brutal. Hey, well done, truck driver. These guys got to be bored out there on the road.
No, that's my fucking zero of the week right there.
Oh, that's a hero. Why not mess with a Mazda 6? Why not? No, that's an absolute stone cold hero of the week, folks.
Oh, God.
We
You're
love
only
that,
saying
man.
that because of the riff about you coming by and doing a spot.
Yeah, I would never go to your shitty fucking show.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Yeah, I didn't like that riff.
I know. Yeah, he really did not.
Or the quip about my short hair.
It was not a quip.
I know. Now I'm just having fun. God, we can't even have fun anymore,
Oh,
Tom.
my God.
We're at 55. You want to put a bow on this?
Well, we didn't read that crazy long zero we got. Oh. But should we just do that next week?
Next week.
All right, we're leading off. We gotta. It's just very long, and we do appreciate the details because we keep saying send more details. We just have to do our homework better and be like, we gotta break this down.
This is a Tim and Tom problem,
Yes.
not a submission problem.
No,
This is an excellent
keep on
submish.
submitting.
And it is a solid submish.
Yeah, I think I glanced at it and then I fell asleep trying to read it, and then
Tom, have you noticed Tom's been in New York for 4 days? He's a little edgier all of a sudden.
it's the heat, dude.
He's already edgy.
dehydrated
Like,
and
what
it's-
in the hell is going on?
I'm 30. I know who I am. You know, I don't have to listen to people anymore.
You're 30. He's like, oh, I've realized the whole time I'm a dickhead.
Yeah, come on.
Incredible.
What, only
See?
one of us gets to be a dick?
No, but that's like my whole thing. We have to we got a good cop, bad cop this thing, Tom.
We're bad cop.
We're bad cop,
right
bad
now.
cop.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Lord.
that's the other guys. At the end when he comes in hot.
Oh, fuck. All right, let's
All
put
right.
a little Bo Scarino on this
Well,
thing.
if you're in Washington D.C. and you saw Tim and you go, "Wow, I love some more comedy."
Boy, man, where could I get the counterpart of that podcast?
June
host?
16th at the D.C. Comedy Loft in the basement.
Basement.
It's actually not a loft.
It's a basement.
It's a basement. It's sick as hell. Did you go look at the basement room?
I did not.
It's very cool.
I was like in and out the whole time. I was just popping
you
up,
were-
crushing, and
you
then
were
running right out.
dipping and bopping. He's crushing.
Just crushing.
There's 7 people.
Running out, crushing the other show. Just crushing.
And I will be there trying to crush too.
Go see
June
a show
16th
for
on
once.
Father's Day. Come on out, bring your dad, and
Or your mom.
then Raleigh, North Carolina, and Tampa, and Orlando, and Minneapolis, and Manchester, New Hampshire. Just all went on sale on the old website, somekidtommy.com. Go check it out.
Some kid, go see him. Why not? You know, it's gonna be mid. He's doing new, quote unquote, but go see him.
Hey, dude. The new stuff was like between us. Okay.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
He married my sister, now we're living together. We're